Can psychology help you build a real emotional connection? What if the reason connection feels difficult isn't because you lack charm, confidence, or effort, but because modern culture taught you to perform instead of connect? What if building emotional connection isn't about winning someone's heart, but about creating the conditions where connection can naturally form? You can't force closeness. You can only invite it. Today, we're stepping into the psychology of emotional connection. Not tricks, not tactics, not manipulation, but the principles that actually allow trust, attraction, and intimacy to grow. Because most people aren't failing at relationships, they're just focused on the wrong things. You've probably felt this before. You're trying to connect with someone, but it feels like you're talking past each other. Misunderstandings pile up. You explain more, you try harder, and somehow, the distance grows. Marcus Aurelius warned against this long ago when he wrote, "Men seek retreats for themselves, but nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Connection doesn't begin with convincing another person. It begins with presence. One of the biggest obstacles to emotional connection is that most people are listening to respond, not to understand. They're waiting for their turn to speak. They're preparing advice. They're rehearsing how they'll be perceived. But psychology shows something simpler and more powerful. People bond when they feel understood, not fixed. This is where active listening becomes transformative. Active listening isn't silence, it's engagement without control. Eye contact, calm posture, reflecting back what you heard, not to agree, but to show you saw them. Epictetus captured this perfectly. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we may listen twice as much as we speak. When someone feels genuinely heard, their nervous system relaxes, defenses drop, trust grows quietly, organically. Another barrier to connection is fear of vulnerability. Many people hide behind competence, humor, or perfection. They don't want to risk being seen as uncertain or flawed. But vulnerability, when done with self-respect, is not weakness. It's emotional confidence. Stoicism never taught emotional suppression. It taught discernment. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." Vulnerability becomes powerful when it's chosen, not dumped. When you share honestly without seeking reassurance, you signal inner stability. That's when connection deepens. Now let's address something often misunderstood: reciprocity. Reciprocity isn't doing favors to earn affection. It's about creating emotional balance. When kindness is offered freely, not strategically, it creates goodwill. But when kindness is transactional, people feel it immediately. The Stoics were clear on this. He gives nothing who gives only to receive. Real reciprocity feels light. It doesn't keep score. Another overlooked factor is presence, especially in a distracted world. Technology fragments attention. Phones steal micro moments of connection. Even when people are together, their minds are elsewhere. Psychology is clear. Connection requires undivided attention, even briefly. 5 minutes of full presence outweighs hours of distracted proximity. Attention is the currency of intimacy. Now let's talk about mirroring, not imitation, but attunement. When you naturally align with someone's pace, tone, and emotional energy, you create resonance, not by copying, but by responding. This communicates, "I'm with you." But Stoicism adds an important boundary here. You never abandon your character to create harmony. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Connection built on self-erasure collapses. Connection built on authenticity endures. And finally, let's talk about what many call scarcity, but what is really self-command. People aren't drawn to distance. They're drawn to individuals who are not desperate for validation. When someone has purpose, boundaries, and direction, their presence feels grounded. That's not a tactic. That's a life well ordered. What feels rare is not unavailability, it's inner stability. Here's the truth, psychology doesn't always say plainly. You don't build emotional connection by trying to be chosen. You build it by becoming someone who doesn't need to be chosen to feel whole. That's what makes connection possible and sustainable. Stoicism teaches this clearly. Attach yourself only to what depends on you. You cannot control whether someone opens their heart, but you can control whether you show up present, honest, and grounded. And paradoxically, that's what opens doors. So instead of asking, "How do I make someone feel something?" ask, "Am I creating safety, clarity, and presence?" Because emotional connection isn't engineered, it's allowed. If this resonated, reflect on this. Are you trying to win connection, or are you becoming aligned with it? Share your thoughts in the comments if you're ready, not to be seen, but to clarify your own understanding. And if you want to go deeper, come back for the next video. Because the strongest connections are built, not on tricks, but on truth. Subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell for the next episode. Thanks for being here with the Stoic Quotient, where ancient strength meets modern life.